components. In this topic, we will discuss about the huge effect of React, which is a hook. Hook is basically used in the function component to write our own code on any change or any steps in any steps of the execution of the component cycle. We want to change anything, we use the hooks. So there are different types of hooks: huge state, huge effect, huge context, huge memory, huge callbacks. So all these are the hooks. And so in this all we will discuss only the huge effect in this topic. Okay, so the huge effect is basically to create the effect on any scenario based conditions in your function component. So basically this huge effect is only used in the function component. So basically function component is only the component which is defined using the keyword function or using the arrow function. Okay, so let's get with the example. So we are on the stackblitz.com and we are just using the React TypeScript sample application, and here we will discuss the huge effect. So basically you can get your huge effect from the React library. Okay, and in this you will get using the React dot huge effect, or by using the import directly huge effect. Okay, you can say you can use either React dot huge effect, or directly you can import from here the huge effect. So basically in this application you can see in this sample application we have a class component. So we don't need class component because this hook will not work in the class component. So we have to define a function component here. So the function component is, so basically what we will do, we will create a function component. Let's suppose I am creating a constant wrap equal to, this is a simple function and I will just comment this out. Before that I will just use this return inside this component and we will just comment this out. So okay, so we have to use this one huge effect, huge state, to define our name. So this one is also the hook. So you will just write const or name equal to huge state, and you can define the default name like React. Okay, so this is the function component alternative to the class component here what we are using. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to use the huge effect, this one, this hook. Okay, so basically huge effect is used in the four scenario. There are four scenario where you can use the huge effect. Okay, so what is the huge effect scenarios? You can I just write it here. I am just deleting this one. Okay, so we don't have to use this one. Okay, so basically we have four scenario. What are the four scenario is that, so scenario first is that anytime. Okay, second one is once, and third one is watch, and fourth one is destroy. See, this is the fourth scenario where you can use this huge effect. The first time is anytime, second is once, third is watch, and fourth is destroy. So in the case of anytime means if you want to execute some logic anytime. So anytime means in the first initialization and in the update case as well. So that if the component is initializing at the first time, it will execute, and also when something will update, in your component or in your state, it will also execute. So in that scenario is called anytime. Once is that once is that if you want to execute something on the initialization of this component, means only once this will execute. Any one logic will be executed if this component function component will initialize. Third one is watch. If you keep any watch on any variable, let's suppose this is the use state and I want to execute some logic if the name changes. So for that case you have to write the watch case. And the fourth one is destroy. Destroy means if the component is going to destroy, then only you can want to execute some logic, we use the destroy case. So these are all the scenario, okay, where we will have to use the use effect. So I am starting with the anytime case where you can see. So for that you have to write like use effect, okay, and this will take the callback function. So you have to write here anonymous arrow function, and then after you can pass optional things. So optional things are the dependencies which are optional. You can see it's mentioned with the question mark. That means it is an optional thing. So you don't have to write necessarily here the second option. Okay, the second parameter of the use effect. The first one is callback and second one is dependencies which is optional. So in first scenario we don't have to write anything in the second parameter. Okay, so this is the callback function. What we have told earlier that you can directly use the use effect here or by using the react dot use effect. In both case you can use it here. So in this case you don't have to mention it here. Okay, so basically use effect separately will be easier to use. So it's best practice to use like this. Okay, okay. Now the thing is, how can use effect thing how that the use effect consider that the syntax you have written is for any time. Let's see. In the first scenario, if you have any time, then this is the scenario for any time, and the second scenario will be for once. If you are using the once, then you have to pass the comma and empty array here. Okay, so this type of syntax where you are passing the second parameter as empty, so it's the once. And if you want to use it at the watch means you have going to keep watch on any variable whether it is changing or not. So you can, let's suppose we have a state variable here, so we can just pass it here name. If you have want to keep watch on other more than one, so you can pass your other variables like this here. Okay, in this array. And the fourth one is, fourth scenario is destroy. So in this case you will have to write normally this, but you have to return something here using the keyword return. Let's suppose return, okay, and a callback function here which will give a console.log destroying. So basically this tells that it will be called when the component is going to destroy. Means if you click any button and the component, another component is going to replace this component, current component. So in that scenario, before leaving that component, you can call this to destroy something or to clear your memory or to uh, show the user notification like your data is not safe, please save before leaving this page. You can write like this. Okay, so we are using the first scenario. What is that? It is called the once. So we are just commenting out this all three to show you the first. See, to see the effect you have to create a event. Let's suppose button is here. Okay, and in that button we will just create a button called next, and in this on click I am just binding an event called for that you have to create another variable. Let's suppose if there is a count and the value default is 0. Okay, so for that count you have to set the count as well. So for that you have to use set count. So using of this state we will discuss in the next topic, use state, how to use state, and there I will explain all things. And so here you can call set count, and you will just pass the count plus 1. Okay, and here before the button I am just printing the count. So you can see the default is count and the next is incrementing. So why we have done this like, because we want to so that it will this use effect will run every time or once. So I'm just here writing the console.log use effect called. Okay, so I'm just saving this and just reloading this. Okay, so you can see here in the console. Okay, just see in the console. Okay, you can see that the use effect is called. Okay, so what I am saying that this huge effect console is running initially, means when the component is loaded first time, initialized first time. So this is called. Now what I am going to click this button next, what will happen? See, on the clicking of this event, this huge effect is also calling. So means the using the initial time it is called, and this is calling when we are going to update something in the DOM. So in that scenario, in both case, we are getting the console log. That means it is running anytime, means in both case. So now if you want to initialize, get this only on the initialization, not on the update of this. Okay, so for that I am just writing this syntax once. Okay, just save that. You can see it is refreshed and only initialization time it is called use effect. So in next, if you click on the next, you can see there is nothing happening, but the counter is incrementing. So it clearly tells that when we update, then this use effect will not execute, means it will work as once here. Okay, so the once and uh, anytime is completed. Now the third scenario is watch. See, for the watch case you have to write the variable name on which you want to keep your watch. Okay, see, the scenario is now for watch. Okay, so in that case what you can see that it is called first time when the initialization of this name. So by default we are setting the name React. So once we have set the name React, it calls the console. Okay, so one time default will be called when we will set the default. Okay, so if you click on the next, okay, you can see uh, you can see on the change of any variable. Let's suppose we are using the count because we are changing the count. So you can change it here. So we can take the example as well. Okay. Okay. So now you can click on that and you can see that on the change of the count it is also running. Okay, so what we have told that we can pass the multiple variables here as well, name as well. So if the name and the count, if both will be the executed, then it will be called. Okay, so the fourth scenario is huge effect. In this scenario we will not pass anything here, and we will use the destroy scenario where we have to return something like we are destroying it here. Okay, in the return we will control like we are destroying something. Okay, so it will be not executed every time. Okay, so it will only return the in the case of the destroy, means if you want to execute sorry, return on the destroying case. Okay, so destroying means you if you are going to leave your component. So but you can see if you change anything here, okay, if you change anything here, it going to destroy again and write it again. So in this case you are saying that it is also called the destroying. So destroying is just you are leaving this, and your in second initialization is also calling, because the DOM is just destroy, and if you update something your DOM is just destroyed. Okay, and you will get the modified one. So in that scenario you are leaving them something, so you can let's suppose if you want to, before you want to change, you want to show that your this will be updated. So before you want to save something you can show some alert there to the user. Okay, okay, that's all then in the huge effect. So these four scenario are covered under the huge effect. Okay,